Donald Trump once again is slamming Nigeria, and he says he's very angry and that our government is ineffective and they haven't done so much in, you know, stopping the killings of Christians in North Central and across the northern part of the country. We know of the abduction that happened at the Catholic Church in Niger. We know of the Aquara attacks that was actually streamed live, where two persons were killed and one injured, and several others abducted, and with a ransom demand of over 100 million for each. We also know of the attacks that happened in Nasarawa State. I mean, ever since Donald Trump made that particular comment, it has escalated this attacks. It has been unbelievably high. And I hear that the secretary to the government was saying some things along the lines of, oh, that since Donald Trump mentioned it, the attack has escalated. You are indicting yourself. Are you kidding me? So is it not? Are you not supposed to be ready for them? What is really going on? I mean, let's listen to what Donald Trump says.
Nothing. Nigeria is a disgrace. The whole thing is a disgrace. Nigeria is a disgrace. The whole thing is a disgrace. They're killing people by the thousands. It's a genocide, and I'm really angry about it. And we pay, we give a lot of subsidy to Nigeria. We're going to end up stopping. The government's done nothing. They're very ineffective. They're killing Christians at will. And, until I got involved in it 2 weeks ago, nobody even talked about it. The New York Times doesn't write stories about it.
So,
President Trump.
so it's just crazy. Donald Trump announces he will pull all U.S. taxpayer dollars from Nigeria due to genocide of Christians. Good, not a dime until its slaughter ends. Nigeria is a disgrace. They are killing people by the thousands. It's a genocide, and I am really angry about it. And we pay a lot of subsidy to Nigeria. We're going to end up stopping. The government's done nothing. They are very ineffective. They are killing Christians at will. And the reactions go stars. We shouldn't be funding genocide of Christians. This isn't controversial. Pulling out aid money is the least we can do. Well, we are giving them money, and clearly it hasn't helped them. And this madness, so rescind all of it. Nsi Song says, as a southern minority Nigerian Christian, I sometimes feel tempted to exploit this narrative to push for the Niger Delta Republic. So minorities like us could finally have a real chance at leadership instead of this endless Yoruba North rotation. Let's be honest, a minority child in Nigeria can hardly dream of becoming president unless it happens by accident like Goodluck Jonathan. But despite all that, I cannot support Trump. I dislike everything he represents. His politics are steeped in racism. He fast-tracked visas for white South Africans over a manufactured genocide, yet wouldn't consider doing the same for Nigerian Christians simply because they are blacks. Someone like that can never represent me. I'm sorry, but my principles won't allow it. And to be clear, insecurity in Nigeria affects everyone. It's not something targeted solely at Christians, this one says. Ajofia Idiato says this kind of blanket statement does nothing but inflame tensions. Nigeria's security challenges are real, but reducing it to genocide and threatening to cut aid doesn't solve anything. It just adds fuel to political narratives. This one says the president finally addressing the genocide of Christians in Nigeria that the world ignored. God spared his life for many reasons, including this: not just no more U.S. taxpayers' dollars. The Nigerian government must step up, protect the vulnerable, and end this horror. Sanctions and more until Christians can praise God without fear. This one says, I think ending the insecurity is beyond him. It's like coming to dig out a buried corpse, which you don't know the grave site. He seems confused. If he's serious about ending it, then he should opt for external aid. Maybe the internal security system is compromised. This is one question I keep asking. What is wrong with asking the America themselves directly to come assist in the best way possible? I mean, these guys have the best intelligence in the world. They have satellite that can capture anything and anything anywhere at any time. And even if it means to give them a little more dollars in order to assist us, what is wrong with asking why are we not coming out blatantly to say, come and assist us in getting this? And for crying out loud, I can tell that there is sabotage, clear sabotage within the government. The governor of Kebbi State came out the other day and stated clearly that there was a sabotage, that the armies mobilized to a school where that particular abduction happened. And 3 o'clock, they said they called the army guys to leave that location. 3:45, the abduction happened. What are you telling me? There's serious compromise within our army hierarchy, and until that is solved, these issues will not, go away. I kept wondering how on earth would you be ambushing Nigerian army? You know, fear with all the paraphernalia of the strength of Nigerian army. You ambush them, ragtag militia, ambush them and kill them. I was wondering, like, why? And you think there's no compromise within the army? There is severe, serious compromise, and until Tinubu does something about it, I am not sure we're moving an inch from this issue. It's crazy, man. This one says this is a heavy statement to stumble across. As a reader, it definitely grabs attention, but it also raises a lot of questions. The language is extremely strong, and if true, the consequences would be massive for both Nigeria and the US-Nigeria relations. If this kind of headlines that makes you stop and think, is the situation really being described accurately? What evidence is being cited? What would cutting funding even mean on the ground? Olu Olabode says, whether people like Trump or not, the uncomfortable truth is that the killing of Christians in Nigeria has been downplayed for years. Entire communities are being wiped out, yet the government responds with silence or excuses. If foreign pressure is what finally forces accountability, then so be it. No nation should receive support while its own citizens are being slaughtered without protection or justice. Golfer Dude says, not a dime ever again to Nigeria or any of these other corrupt countries like Somalia. It's insane taxpayers have to say in the waste of all of it. You cannot hate Congress enough. D. Drop says, that won't stop nothing. Sanctions all the northern Nigerian politicians and freeze all the assets in the West. This one says, well, feels like it. Why is this sounding off like the Nigerian government is knee-deep on these horrible acts of violence? Who are the International Society for Civil Liberties and Rule of Law, Inter-Society? They are feeding the U.S. authorities wild and unconfirmed figures on the matter, this one says. Not giving or supporting the subsidy won't even stop the killings in Nigeria. More tougher sanctions or military action is key to end the evil. Stopping the aid is welcome, but we need more stringent actions on Nigerian politicians. These people are evil. You have no idea. Sanction them, freeze their assets. Only then will they feel the impact. So, tell me what you think in the comments. There are lots of these, going on right now. I mean, I'm going to be bringing up a particular video that is of grave concern, where Nasir El-Rufai was basically saying that the current governor of Kaduna State is paying bandits, and they paid 1 billion the last time the abduction happened in Kaduna State. And I'm wondering, this was the same person who said the same thing, but I'm going to be bringing you that video right after this, so stick around.